Alright, what is good, team? It is your boy Neptune, and I'm not gonna lie, to start this video, we are gonna do something not really a little different. We kind of did this with the Hydrate and the Homeless video, but basically my job is running some sort of like, it's basically a food drive for like, you know, the less fortunate and whatnot, and they wanted us to bring in a bunch of food and stuff, like non-perishables and shit like that, and you know, I actually want to do that because that kind of resonates with me a little bit from being less fortunate at certain points in my life that I don't really want to talk about. But, you know, we are going to do that, and I want to get into a few things in this video. We're going to talk about loss a little bit, but I will cut back after I get some of this, some of these things. All right. Ooh, fuck, this shit is heavy. So, we are back. I didn't really have a bigger bag than this, so I stuffed this shit with a bunch of fucking, like, chicken noodle soup, and I got cereal, and I got Cheerios, I got some Captain Crunch, I got another bag in the trunk, but, we're gonna take this over there, and, yeah, but what I do want to talk about a little bit is, sorry, I gotta get myself together, but I want to talk about loss a little bit, and something that somebody said to me that actually resonated with how I do things, and made me realize something about myself that I may not have realized before. Also, like, there was some drip drops under my car. I'm scared I might be leaking coolant a little bit. So that's always a little bit scary. But, oh, there's a fucking cyber truck right here. Yeah, that's kind of tough. But basically, I kind of want to talk about dealing with loss, right? And the things that come with it, grief and whatnot, right? And as some of you may know, is if you follow me on a lot of my socials, I have been dealing with just a little bit of, not a little bit, a lot of loss. Someone that meant the absolute world to me recently has passed away. And, you know, my initial thing, like, obviously it hurt really, really, really bad. I've never lost somebody that I felt that much for in my life. But honestly, I feel like the way that I went about it and the way that I kind of tried to deal with it, in part was, I feel, healthy, you know, because I basically dove into the business. I wanted to make that woman proud more than anything. I wanted to make Donna proud more than anything in this world. And honestly, I dove straight into the business and making sure that she would be proud of the person that I become, you know. I really wanted to make sure that she would be proud of me, that she would be proud of the person that she were to see before her, you know. And I obviously I did that, but also I got on this hyper fixation of, as you know, I just got this car. I just got the Daytona, you know what I mean? I just got it within the past 5 months or so. And I got hyper fixated, honestly, on, okay, I need to get a Hellcat, right? I need to jump into a Hellcat, because previously, to be completely honest with you guys, previously, my biggest thing that I had, like, grinded for, the thing that pushed me the hardest, was buying that last Charger. I wanted a Dodge Charger so bad. I wanted a Charger, I wanted a Charger, I wanted a Charger. I would have done anything to do it, and I did anything to get that first Charger that I bought, right? But I kind of dove back into that again, and I was like, I need a Hellcat, I need a Hellcat. Now, if you know, a Hellcat is $80,000, right? For a decent one. You can find them cheaper. I wanted a wide body, you feel me, jailbreak. And I found one, and I looked at it, and honestly, when I went to look at it, I kind of was like, well, this doesn't even have half of the shit that I want in a Hellcat. And if I'm going to spend $80K, I'm going to get everything that I want out of this car. It didn't have a sunroof, to be honest. That's what was throwing me off the most. It did not have a sunroof. And honestly, I wanted to get the most out of it that I possibly could. I wanted to get everything that I wanted. But also part of it, I spoke to a coworker of mine. His name was Dre, okay? I spoke to Dre, and Dre pretty much told me he saw right through my bullshit, honestly, and I commend him for this. He saw straight through my bullshit, and he said, that's not going to make you feel better. And that shit hit me like a truck. Like, I'm not going to lie. That shit hit me like a truck, because then I realized I'm not doing this because it's my dream car. I'm not doing this because I want the car. I'm trying to distract myself. I'm trying to grind, make as much money off social media, work as much overtime. I'm trying to do all this so that I could fucking go and get this car. And it's not even because I want the car. It's because I think that it'll make me feel better rather than dealing with what I went through, you know, the things that happened. And honestly, that shit hit me like a truck. So I honestly learned a lesson from it, and I wanted to come here and kind of share that with you guys, where it's like, please don't try to distract yourself with material things. Don't try to distract yourself with a certain goal if you're not doing it for the right reason, right? I'll get a Hellcat whenever it's my time, whenever I actually deserve it. I just made a leap. The plan was not for 6 months. Let me fucking jump right into a Hellcat, be fucking paying out the ass for it, right? Because the thing is, this car, I was lucky enough to get this car at a point in which this car didn't really change my financials at all, right? I got this car was $30,000, all right? It didn't really cost me, like, obviously, and I'll say this too, a lot of people think the insurance for my last Charger getting totaled paid for this car. It didn't. I still had to come out of pocket, right? But it didn't like, it helped, but it didn't pay for this car in the slightest, to be honest with you. I still had to come out of pocket a lot of money, and you know, I got it at a fair price, and I got it for a rate in which I can actually, like, afford and still be able to carry on with life the same way, you know what I mean? Whereas a Hellcat, especially the one I wanted, like, it was pretty much still brand new, 2023 with like 4,000 miles, right? That shit was gonna cost me an arm and a leg, and my life would most definitely change as far as my lifestyle went on. Damn, you want to go faster, huh? Like, fuck. Okay, I'll go faster, sorry. Even though I'm going already above the speed limit. But regardless, right? Don't use things, like, don't use a goal to distract yourself from dealing with something, okay? Like, I lost the person that's love is tied into every single thing that I do, okay? Her love was tied into everything that I do, every decision that I make, and honestly, just the person that I am, right? All the kindness, all the drive that I have to be a good person literally comes from the love that woman gave me from the moment I was born until the moment I sat next to her and her heart beat for the last time. You know what I mean? Like, I can't shift away from that, right? I have to deal with that. I have to think about it. I have to understand it, right? Or else it'll drive me insane. Like, let's be real. But you can't use things to get away from what you need to deal with, right? That's not very responsible, and it's just not something that you should do at all, right? It's not. And I wanted to come here and tell you guys that, because it's not, like, you know, there'll be somebody out there that feels the same way as me, that goes through the same thing, right? This is kind of something that just happens. People, you know, life comes and goes, unfortunately, and this is a thing that just kind of happens. As fucked up as it is, right? This is just something that kind of happens. And I don't want, if I can help it, I want one person that watches me, at bare minimum. I would hope that everybody that watches me takes this lesson, but I just want you to know that you don't have to dive into something else and almost try to distract yourself from what happened. Distract yourself from the feelings that you're feeling, right? You don't have to do that. You can feel those feelings. You can think about it. You can cry. You can scream. You can be mad. You can understand, right? You're allowed to do that. Now, you know, jobs and shit might not let you fucking do that. They might say, hey, you got 3 days to get over the person that you cared about more than this world to fucking come back to work and be completely fine. You better act like you're fine. But, you know, that's a whole nother thing. And that's something else that doesn't really sit right with me. But, you know, it is what it is. I haven't completely mastered this camera angle yet. This is the first of its kind for videos like this. So, like, I haven't fully mastered it, so I realized I needed to slouch down a little bit to get, like, my head in the fucking frame. But I really did want to talk about that. And I mean, you know, I just genuinely feel like somebody else will kind of have a similar situation to what I just spoke of, and, you know, what I just dealt with, or really am still dealing with, because I don't see this being something that just goes away, right? That's not realistic at all. And it definitely won't just be going away within a few moments, but it definitely will start to hurt a little less, considering that I know that she is still going to see me become the Neptune, or the Davion that I was supposed to become, you know what I mean? Like, it's still going to happen, because honestly, I have no intention of ever stopping trying to make it happen, right? I have no intention of falling into the fucking curse that sometimes people have to go through, or that some people in my family are in, right? I have no intention of falling into the curse and not making the most of what I can and what I have, you know what I mean? And trying to be the very best, trying to build this audience, trying to build Team Neptune, bringing you guys fire Team Neptune clothes, you know what I mean? Just being the best Neptune that I can be, and being the man that Donna knew that I could. Honestly, I want to kind of do a poll for you guys because I feel like the sound clip from this would be insane. But like, there's actually like pretty respectable traffic right now. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, something fell. I don't know what fell. Oh, fucking bungee cords fell. Let me slouch. My bad. All right, let's get a little bit of a pull. I do this a lot. I do that a lot. Like, I bite the inside of my mouth. Bro is fucking looking at me. Everybody's just staring at me. At least the car behind me understood like what I was trying to do. They were like, "Yeah, let me keep a respectable distance from this guy."
I wish I could have a free bag of chips.
Okay, I'm on my lunch break right now, and my camera was at home. But I just came here to say, when I become a full-time creator, bro, I'm gonna love my fucking community so much, and I'm gonna love Team Neptune so much that it's gonna be borderline like cult-like. I'm gonna just keep it like that.
All right, team. Well, we're post shift now,
and before I end this video, I kind of do want to add something onto it, right? Someone told me recently while dealing with this situation that it will sneak up on you, and you're not gonna expect it will, okay? But when that happens, you'll almost learn what the triggers for these specific situations are. I can share the one that I just learned with you from, which is, you never think about the fact when you're chasing success, you're chasing something, or not even chasing it, right? You're working so hard towards something, and you're going super hard at life and going super hard. You never think about the fact that all the time that you missed and you won't be able to get back. You never think about the fact that you're trying to build a life where you can. You never think about the fact that you're trying to build a life that allows you to see everybody at a bigger table, but what you don't think about is the time that you miss while you're doing that, right? My original vision was for me to be this fucking crazy teenage fucking entrepreneur, and that's not how it went. I was too busy fucking running around with a regular job in life, which that is life, right? Anybody on here older than me is gonna know, like, hey, that's life. That's how it happens. But honestly, I feel like that part hurts the most because I feel like I've been told not to feel bad that I couldn't be there 24/7, that I had to work, that I had to do this, that I had to do that. But I struggle to understand how people can rationalize feeling like that's just life. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you have to work. Oh, you can't feel bad. You know, you had to go to work. How can we just accept that? Like, people can just be like, well, that's life. I don't really understand. I might not ever understand that part. Maybe let me know in the comments, team.